Your energy is sacred. Protect it like your life depends on it. You don't need to prove yourself anymore. Have you ever wondered why you feel drained after certain conversations? Why some people leave you feeling empty even if nothing obvious has happened? Maybe you've tried to be kind, understanding, available, always there, always giving, always reaching, but deep down something doesn't sit right. Let me tell you something. Being constantly available, emotionally or otherwise, is not a virtue, it's a trap. It's a slow leak of your spirit. You were conditioned to believe that being nice means always saying yes, that love means sacrifice, that being good means being accessible. But no one told you that this kind of availability is slowly bleeding you dry. No one taught you that boundaries were an act of love for yourself. No one warned you that overgiving isn't generosity, it's self-abandonment dressed in virtue. And most importantly, how you get used. Some people don't take from you directly. They don't steal, they don't shout, they don't even ask sometimes. They just expect. They expect your yes, your presence, your attention, your emotional labor. And every time you respond, you feed them. Every explanation, every comfort, every moment of your day handed over like it cost you nothing. But it costs you everything. But here's the truth that might hit hard. Not everyone who smiles at you deserves your light. Not everyone who needs you is good for you. Not everyone who calls you your friend honors your soul. Here's the thing they won't tell you. When you become emotionally predictable, you become emotionally controllable. When people know you'll always reply, always be there, always explain yourself, they'll stop respecting your time, your boundaries blur, your silence becomes unfamiliar. Your peace becomes something they resent. You don't need to yell, you don't need to fight, you need to disappear. Because silence, it's not weakness, it's strategy. Carl Jung said, "Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to a better understanding of ourselves." So ask yourself, who gets irritated when you go quiet? Who becomes desperate when you don't react? Who tries to provoke you just to get a response? Their reaction is not about you, it's about their loss of control. It's about their discomfort with your evolution. It's about their fear that they can no longer reach you in the same way. And that's the thing that they're afraid of. Your peace is a threat. Your clarity is their chaos. Because your peace means they can't manipulate you anymore. Your silence means they can't read you anymore. You keep saying yes because you're afraid. Afraid of being rejected, afraid of seeming rude, afraid of being alone, afraid of being the villain. But here's the twist. Every forced yes is a no to yourself. Every explanation you give to those who never truly saw you is a betrayal of your own silence. You think being available will make people stay, but it only makes them take your spirit, your clarity, and one day you'll wake up empty, wondering where your joy went. Here's the thing, it went into messages you shouldn't have answered, into conversations you shouldn't have engaged in, into apologies you never needed to make, into fixing things you didn't break. Stop giving people discounts on access to you. Stop offering your emotional labor like it's free. You're not on sale. So what do? You withdraw. You go quiet. You stop giving answers to questions that don't deserve your voice. You become intentional, selective, still. And yes, people will call you cold. They'll say you're distant, you've changed, because you have. You've stopped dancing to their chaos. You've started tuning into your own rhythm. And now you're learning emotional discipline. The kind of self-control that looks boring on the outside, but feels like liberation on the inside. Jung spoke of something called individuation. It's the process of becoming whole, real, complete. And that journey doesn't happen in noise, it begins in silence. It begins when you stop being afraid of being misunderstood. When you become unavailable, people will panic. They'll accuse you of changing. They'll say you've become selfish. But what they really mean is you stopped giving me access to what I never earned. You were taught to be kind, but no one taught you boundaries. You were taught to forgive, but no one taught you to protect your energy. You were taught to stay connected, but no one told you that disconnection is sometimes divine. That ends today. Let me ask you this. Who drains you? Who do you feel obligated to respond to? Who interrupts your peace just to validate their presence in your life? It's time to get honest. Because the more energy you give to the wrong people, the less you have for your purpose, your passion, and your own peace. Look, take a moment, breathe for a second, and disconnect. Turn your availability into intentionality. Turn your overthinking into observing. Turn your overgiving into presence. Start with one act of self-respect today. Ignore that message. Don't respond to that provocation. Say no without explaining. Cancel the plan you never wanted to make, you never wanted to do. Feel that discomfort and do it anyway. Because that discomfort is not a sign you're doing something wrong. It's a sign you're healing. Your energy is sacred. Protect it like your life depends on it, because it does. This isn't about cutting everyone off. It's about getting clear on who genuinely sees you and who only sees what they can take from you. It's not about becoming cold. It's about becoming conscious. You don't need to prove yourself anymore. You never have. You don't need to over-explain. You never have. You don't need to react to every jab, every question, every request. Sometimes the strongest move is no move. Sometimes the loudest power is your silence. And sometimes the kindest thing you can do for yourself is to walk away. So next time someone expects your reaction, give them your silence. Next time they demand your attention, give them distance. Next time they try to guilt you into staying, remember your truth isn't up for negotiation. Because when you stop being emotionally available to everyone, you become emotionally aligned with yourself. And from that place, you create, you attract, and you rise. This is your reminder. You don't owe the world your energy. Your energy is not a public resource. It's a gift. Guys, I hope this resonated with you, and I love talking like this, and I love sharing, and I really hope I can see your comments in the comment section, and I will catch you later. Let me know what you think. Have a great day. Bye-bye.